Hello, welcome to CodeComply.com. Today I'm going to show you a demo of my new website that is in beta test mode today. CodeComply.com will provide HTML reports for IBC 2006, 2009, 2012, as well as California Building Code 2007, 2010, and 2013. The reports can include multiple occupancies. Building height and area can be checked and verified on one screen against all construction types. The beta login is here, the website's here, and the login information is here. Here's the website as you would come to it. Again, it's in beta test mode. There's a few things I'm changing daily. You'd come and log in. To beta test, you'd type in user, and you log in. I've been working on this for quite a while now, a year and 7 months. So let's just suppose you wanted to create a new report. I'm going to call this Unlimited Area 2-Story B and S2 so I can show off some of the functionality for the website. We'll just go ahead and pick 2012 International Building Code. Click Next. For most users, if you're creating a building code report, it would be very important to figure out what occupancies we have. I have some pre-selected here. If you're not sure which occupancy you have, you can easily click the bubbles and it'll go over what exactly is in each occupancy. On this next screen, you're simply looking for incidental uses in the building, so you select them. And on this screen, we need to know the number of stories and the height of the building in feet. And you can make it 40 feet or whatever you'd like. Floor of exit discharge and the number of building sides. You can also include basements or parking garages, whatever you'd like. I'm not going to put any in right now. I'm still updating that feature. This should look pretty easy for most folks. You put in the length of the building side and a distance from the property line. And it's measured in feet for all 4 sides. This table is where most of the innovation occurs for the website. You can do a lot of checks here very quickly. So you'd come in here, and I have these pre-filled for the beta test here. But you could put in different floor areas, and say, for example, you wanted it make S2 accessory to F1. You can easily do that. And you would just make it to F1 right there, and the calculations would automatically update to be correct. Since F1 is the most limiting square footage from the basic occupancy square footage table, it didn't update. But what's really cool is if you click yes, you can install fire sprinklers and go through and see how your occupancy ratios changed, as well as your fire sprinkler increases here. You can flip through all the different types of occupancies. And I don't know if anybody saw that, but there are unlimited options for this building. So what happens is, if you happen to click an option where there's unlimited area allowed, it'll automatically prompt you. Now I want the user to actually decide that he wants to use this unlimited option. So you go ahead and check it, and it'll come through, and everything be unlimited square footage, and the ratio would be down to 0. You check to see the maximum building height squared away, the maximum number of stories, and you can go in and update your occupant load to see if fire sprinkler was installed, but we're already installing it. I have some error checking data here, so I'm going to quickly go to the bottom, get you through all that. I'm going to save and generate the report. Okay, I have some error checking data here at the top of this one I'm going to disable, but currently it's at the top of the report. You come down to the bottom and your report starts here. Now there will be a Word version to this report. you'll simply click and it will generate a Word version that you'll download. Currently, it's not updated. I'm trying to wait until the HTML is squared away, and once the HTML report is perfect, then I'm going to go through and do the Word version. So here you can see a report. It shows B occupancy, F1, S2. You can see exactly what those are. This will print for your AHJ to read through, tell you type of construction that you have. It'll talk about your incidental uses. It'll go through here and show you your accessory percentages, and it'll check it against the tabular values for height and area, as is required for accessory use. Here we're actually showing the tabular values straight from the code so that you can see it if you'd like. Here's where the allowable increase is calculated. You'll notice this looks a lot like the code. There's ln and wn, which is defined. This is copied basically straight from the code section. It's just automated. All the numbers fill in automatically for you. And so you come down and you can see that the weighted average of the weighted average here is greater than 66, but W can only be 30 feet per section 506.21. Here you have only picked one fire area. The limiting square footage was the S2 actually, and you can see what the final allowable area was based on the calculation. Here's a floor area ratio table, which would show you the ratios. Since we made it unlimited, they're obviously 0. The final allowable stories, the fire area A would be 2 stories. Desired number of stories is 2, so that checks out. Basic allowable height in feet is 40 feet. Sprinkler increase is 20. Allows you 60 feet. Your building height is 40 feet. You're okay. No mezzanines were installed. Occupancy separations were not allowed in this, were not required for this building because you only had one fire area. Come through, you can see the type 5B building elements ratings that are required. And you can come down and see non-bearing walls. Come down further, maximum area of exterior openings. That's it. I'd like to conclude this recording.